Hey, I got my magazine done, right? If you don't know, my husband and I own a trail riding facility in Missouri called Von Holton Ranch, and I started a magazine this year, and it's called Country Tough Times, and it has been a big undertaking, and I'm still ahead by magazine standards, but I am not ahead by my standards. So this thing is getting ready to go to print, and I had a bug just come up on me. I'll show it to you, and I love it. I love this magazine so freaking much. I do love it. I love what I do. I am a little bit tired. Not a little bit. I'm like a whole bunch of tired. But if I get this thing sent in tonight, then they'll have it early in the morning, and then they can get busy on it, because it's like a big ordeal, because they have to convert it to something else for me, because I'm not able to use the correct program. I can do some cool stuff, but I can't do everything. I've got to learn how to use this one program that is over my head. So I'll tell you something that I learned tonight. Okay, I read the article it's one of our political articles, and it's from a guy that's running he's our commissioner. He's our county commissioner, but he's a young Hispanic man, and I wanted him to talk about like the importance of, coming here legally and doing everything legally, right? And like what immigration does and all that. He freaking knocked it out of the park. God, it's a beautiful article. Anyways, in the article, okay, dude, I'm a smart girl, right? I'm pretty smart. I got pieces of paper and stuff. And, dude, I always thought it was, in his article, he says valedictorian. I always thought it was valedictorian. I thought that was Victorian, like a V. It's a freaking D. So I checked his stuff, and I was like, oh, because I read every article, and if something doesn't seem right, I check it, right? And then I let them see their articles, so to make sure they're happy with them, because god dang, there's bugs. Make sure they're happy with their stuff, right? Because I have been in magazines before, and they didn't let me freaking look at nothing, but I know why, because it's a big pain in the ass. So here, let me save one more page, and then I'll show you what this magazine looks like. It freaking makes me happy. I've got 48 pages to save, and then I've got to upload them individually. And I've got to kill all these bugs in here. But tonight, my husband, he comes home, and he's like, hey, I think I broke my hand. And I'm like, son of a bitch, oh God. So we went to urgent care. And in urgent care, if you've been following me, you know that I've been doing these like Chinese moves, like these Tai Chi moves. Well, they had like a little area that nobody could see me. So I did them in urgent care. Did my little lymphatic drainage moves anyways. And then whenever I recorded it, dude, I couldn't remember the word Tai Chi to save my life. I called it Chai Tea. And I was like, oh, that's not right. Anyways, turns out my husband, his hand is not broke, which I'm very happy about that, So, anyways, that's why I'm having to stay up late, is we just had to go make sure he's okay. And I'm so happy that he goes, oh shit, I'm happy that he goes to the emergency room to get things checked because I don't get nothing checked. Oh my gosh, I had my leg broke from a horse kick and I didn't go for a year. But I just thought it was swollen. Turns out I was like forming blood clots in my leg from a horse break. That's why I do all those ice water baths, is because I have to deal with that leg break and like swelling and stuff. Okay. Holy doo-doo. I think it's been so much stress getting this magazine out. And, oh my God, if you're somebody and you're in the comments of just hire somebody to help you. No. Dude, there's not enough meat left on the bone whenever you're first starting, something as large as this. You gotta do the work yourself. All right, here we go. I'm going to show you this magazine, but first thing I'm going to do, I'm apparently going to cry like a baby. I'm not crying. It's mine because I've been yawning. I'm going to show you a table. Well, y'all probably won't know these people. But I'm going to show you the table of contents, and so you can see all my baddies. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to flip this around. All right. This dude right here, Lee Hart. Dude, he's won like 15 world championships in different divisions and all sorts of stuff. He is a cowboy badass. Here's myself. Then this lady right here is a certified herbalist. She's talking about fire cider. It's cool. Next person is a chief financial officer. And so she's got an article. Up here, we have a homesteader. I love reading that lady's articles. The next one, he won Veterinarian of the Year for 2022. This dude right here goes to so many veterinarian colleges and presents. The next one is a freaking commissioner. Okay, the next guy, Ken McNabb. Dude, he had his own freaking TV show. Okay, next one, me. Next one is a homesteader. She's actually on the health board for her county and just wrote a book. Caleb Wilson, he's a diesel mechanic. Dude, he is so freaking slammed because he just knows what the hell he's doing. Myself, my husband, Miss Mariella, and then I end up having to do the coloring sheet on this one. So that's the table of contents. All right, I'm going to go up here, show you what it looks like from the beginning. So here's the cover. Like, how beautiful is that? The fire matches the sky. Okay, there's Smart Chicks. If you've been following me, you know about the Smart Chicks event. Our biggest thing that we have at our ranch is an all-inclusive women's event called Chicks in the Sticks. There's that table of contents that we just went through. There's Lee Hart, his article. I made it look like a big sky because he's a cowboy, like riding, and being able to see those beautiful skies. I took so much pride into his article. I gotta get some water. Sometimes I think I believe in him more than he believes in himself. But we all need people like that. All right, here is my political section. It's just about meeting the First Lady and things that she's done. Boom, boom. All right, now then the fire cider and about how to make it and why. So that's good information. She's got instructions and a recipe in there. Here is my chief financial officer that is writing for us, and she's about how to price your business. She just got a new logo and it's freaking got a bison in it. I love it. All right, so this right here, every region that's in the United States, I picked a trail facility and then introduced you to them. So like the Northwest, so I went left to right. So somebody asked me about silver spurs. They are in Idaho. All right. Look at how cool that picture is right there. Look at that. That trail facility is freaking just beautiful. Anyways, all these different trail facilities. These people have so many rental horses. Look at that rental horse. Every person in the world would love to freaking ride that horse. All right, so there's 4 pages of all that. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, and then I have an ad in here. This horse is for sale. It's one of Ken McNabb's horses. Then this is the lady from Pennsylvania, and she's my homesteader. And look, how are you able to get it all done? I don't. Boy, I can relate to that. Anyways. How to be prepared for a horse emergency. That's the veterinarian. Boom, boom, boom. There's Dr. Whittle. Such a smarty pants. Then, this is the article I was telling you about. This is my other political stuff. And this gentleman, he's here, I'll show you his family. Look at him and his daughters and his wife. He actually beat my husband in a campaign for the Pettis County commissioner's job, but he's doing a great job, you know. This right here, look at that photo. That's Ken McNabb. That's the dude that had his own TV show. He's so freaking professional. Him and the veterinarian turned their stuff in super freaking earlier, and so does like 2 of my homesteaders. I love the way I did his article because like all of that, I just recapped it. Boom, boom. Like here's the problem, here's the solution. I thought people would like that. Look at him going down that hill. That's crazy. Crazy cool. All right, the importance of showing up. This is one of my business tips. Boom. Looky there. That's, if you've been following me for a little bit, remember when I did those photos? That's my friend. She went to the Olympics. She's the reason I moved to this state. So, then about Dexter cattle. I got to meet a Dexter cow for the first time. It's a specific breed. You can get meat from them and dairy. Look how tame that thing is. Preparing to travel. This is my diesel mechanic that writes for me. He does such a good job. I always take extra time on his articles too. He loves this. This right here is kind of a dream come true because I wrote an article. Okay, that's supposed to be with, and whenever I typed it up, it was 4. Hold on, I just seen a change I gotta do. And I wrote an article about training with obstacles. Then my husband has an article about how to build safe obstacles. So they like, boy, we are peanut butter and jelly. There's my husband. He's the one that thought broke his hand tonight, but he did not. All right. And then Miss Mariella, and she's talking about grilled chicken and zucchini. Then we got some small ads, how to get the magazine. Here, this is called The Best Page. So there's always a dad joke and some coloring or something to do. Advertising, and then the back cover. Hooty hoo! This business right here has been nothing but supportive, and it's a female-owned freaking tack store. So, okay, not crying. I always get sensitive eyes at nighttime. So, all right, that's what I am doing this late at night. I've got to get my freaking magazine uploaded to the printer, to the printing company. And then I can go fight Win tomorrow. My husband said that we would go and celebrate, but we can't leave here until noon. So, I'm pumped about that. This magazine has, if you've been watching my journey, you have heard me talk about creating this magazine. Every one of those pages I created. That's a lie. Ken McNabb's horse that's for sale, that page was done. and the back cover page was done. That lady hired another professional to create that flyer for her. So, anyways, before I go to bed, because this will take me about another 30 minutes, I will do an ice water bath, but I'll do it just in the shower, which is way worse than the submersion. And then I'll sleep like a freaking baby. Anyways, I've been reading Fast Like a Girl, and that thing had me eating. Today I ate my second meal at 4:00, and I'm kind of happy that I'm busy right now because I usually do a bunch of nighttime snacking. So, all right, peace out.